alive, look alive. Came up on this side, now they on the other side.
Over the past 3 years, I've created 144 videos teaching you guys exactly how to make money online. And I can confidently say that none of those videos even come close to the amount of value in this video. For the past 8 months, I've used an immense amount of time and resources to put together this video, all meticulously handcrafted to make this the ultimate step-by-step playbook for young entrepreneurs to make money online. And you guys will see the amount of production value that has gone into this video is unlike anything you've ever seen in this space. So without further ado, here is every single skill and piece of information that has made me $5 million by the age of 22. So buckle up, because these next 8.5 hours will change your life.
How much is your bank account?
broken this video down into 5 chapters. The first 2 chapters are all about making money online. First, I'll take you through by far the most detailed and step-by-step dropshipping guide on YouTube to date. What separates this guide from all my other ones is that I'm going to go into extreme detail and go over literally every step. This is also not just all my knowledge, but 5 other multi-millionaire dropshippers' knowledge to make sure absolutely nothing gets left out. And after that, we'll move to the exact same thing, but for the agency model. Another online money avenue that is super simple and great for beginners. Then I'll teach you everything that I know about networking, cultivating the right mindset, and managing money. This stuff is a lot more important than people realize. I've learned a ton of valuable lessons and practices, not only from first-hand experiences, but also from other successful entrepreneurs around me. Since all of this has played such an important role in the explosion of my growth, this is a section you do not want to miss. In the 4th section, I'll discuss personal branding and content creation. In full transparency, in the beginning, I made a lot of my money from dropshipping and the agency model, but nowadays, a lot of my income comes from videos just like this one. And that's why I can give away so much information for free, because YouTube pays me in the form of ad revenue. Finally, we'll dive into lifestyle. This chapter basically focuses on how to optimize your entire life. Relationships, fitness, mindset, and everything that goes into optimizing your life around you, not just business. This is arguably the most important section because it's extremely hard to make money if your life's a mess. Now, I know you're looking at the timestamp of this video and you're thinking it's a really long time, but let me ask you this. What if I told you that if you watched this entire video, I would personally be writing you a check for $1 million. Doesn't seem that long anymore, does it? In fact, you'd probably just grind this out like a Mr. Beast challenge video. Well, unfortunately, I'm not really rich enough yet to write each of you $1 million check. I've done everything in my power to make this the most informative content so that you can get there yourself. If you still believe that this is too much of a time commitment to invest in a better life for yourself, then let me ask you this. What are your goals? How are you currently spending your precious time? Do you want to retire your parents? Take your friends on unforgettable vacations? Well, if that's what you want, the time to act is now. So let's get started. All right, so just before we start the video, guys, I've never ever done something like this before, but I already spent over $60,000 on creating this entire video for you. I figured what's another $40,000 to give you guys in prizes. So the first thing we have up here on the table is a Rolex. Now, originally I was gonna do all cash, but then my rep at Rolex here at the Dubai Mall called me and said they have something very special for me on the floor. So I figured it was the perfect thing to give to you guys. Let's go ahead and open it up right now. Look at that, guys. So we got the chocolate dial and we got the Jubilee strap on there. I think this is an absolutely gorgeous piece. When I was picking it up, I was like, damn, like I kind of just want this for myself. And it's super, super lucky to get a piece like this on the floor because the chocolate dial is really sought after for the Datejust. So it's a really hard piece to just come by and pick up. So one of you guys is gonna win this lucky piece right here. You'll also be flying out to meet me in person for the day so I can hand you the watch. We'll make tons of cool content on it and it'll be a great day. And on top of that, I'm gonna be giving away $20,000 in cold hard cash. The way we're gonna split this up is we're gonna have 20 different winners, each winning $1,000. But you see, I don't wanna give away this crazy amount of cash and this Rolex to just anybody. I want people who are serious about starting entrepreneurship and are gonna use this video as the catalyst to change their life. So now let me read the rules of the giveaway to you. You have to do 3 things. Number 1, of course, like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to at least 3 friends to help your boy reach and impact a lot more people. Number 2, watch this video the entire way through. Now this one's super important because somewhere in this video, I'm gonna be revealing a secret word that you guys are gonna need to enter the giveaway. And don't worry, it's not gonna be too hard. I know this is a very long video, so I'm gonna straight up say, this is the word. But it'll be hidden at some point in the video, so you're gonna have to watch the entire video through. And number 3, I have the giveaway running live on my Instagram right now. So my Instagram is where I'm gonna be posting the winners as well. It's super important that you go to my Instagram, follow me, and interact with the giveaway post that I made on my profile. Now I know this will take you a few minutes to enter, but the good news is that it filters out all the people who don't care about winning something like this or up to $20,000 in cash or who aren't serious. So I'd imagine that even if this video gets hundreds of thousands of views, there'll actually only be a very small percentage of you that watch the entire video through, that get the secret word, DM it to me on Instagram, and also follow all the other rules to be entered. So without any further ado, good luck, and let's get straight into the video. All right, everybody, welcome to the first official module of the Gen Z Millionaires Playbook. And this full course that I'm about to present to you is on Shopify dropshipping. Now, dropshipping is very near and dear to me as it is the business model that made me a millionaire. A business model that took me from a broke college student to a multi-millionaire, traveling around the world, living my dream life, buying my dream cars, going on vacations literally every month, and getting everything that I've ever wanted out of this life. Now, you see, I started dropshipping way back when I was just 18 years old. And I started testing product after product. And to be honest, way back in that time, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have this kind of information in front of me. I was just diving in head first, testing product after product and getting slapped right back down over and over again. If a guide like this existed for free on YouTube back when I started, it would have accelerated my progress 100x, and I would probably be so much farther ahead in my entrepreneurial journey than I am currently now. Now, with that being said, this is the best opportunity for you guys to learn business model that made myself and countless others around the world at any age extremely wealthy. The dropshipping market in 2024 was estimated to be worth around $370 billion. And moving into 2025, it's expected to go up to around $480 billion. Dropshipping is not only here to stay, but it's growing and it's booming more than ever before. And now is quite literally the best time to get involved, especially with something like this delivered to you guys on YouTube for 100% free. Without any further ado, let's just get straight into it. So the table of contents for how this module is going to work is first, we're going to have an intro to e-com. So those of you who already know what e-com and dropshipping is can just skip a little bit farther ahead. Then we're going to get into product research, advertising and marketing, an organic guide, so how to make sales with dropshipping without spending any money at all. Then we're going to move into copywriting, website creation, and then eventually creating systems and building teams so that you can automate and scale. Then we'll talk about creating viral ads for your business, affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, scaling at a higher level, fulfillment at a higher level, and then ultimately exiting. So if you plan on building a brand and selling it in a couple years for a large multi-seven-figure payout. So first up, intro to e-commerce. How does dropshipping work? Who is dropshipping for? Why most people fail, and why you need the right mindset. So dropshipping is simply a retail arbitrage model. All we are doing here is connecting customers with a supplier and selling the product at a markup. Think of it like Expedia, Airbnb, or Uber, where all you're doing is connecting a driver with somebody who's willing to take that driver to the destination, and Uber as the middleman keeps all the profit in between for setting up that transaction and making it happen. When someone buys from your store, you simply order the product from your supplier for a cheaper price, and you keep all of that profit in between, as your supplier will send the product directly to your end consumer. It's literally the leanest way to start a traditional physical product business from scratch, because it voids the need to spend tens of thousands of dollars upfront on product investments like you would traditionally do if you were starting an e-commerce business from scratch. So with all that being said, who is dropshipping for? Is it right for you? Well, dropshipping is for people who want to build their own business from scratch, but that don't already have a ton of money to invest. You know, I'm someone who didn't come from an entrepreneurial background, or, you know, my dad wasn't some kind of real estate mogul. So I didn't have infinite funds or a large amount of money to work with when I first started. In fact, I had $0. And a lot of people in wealthy communities who grew up with rich parents and these sorts of things, they like to talk down to these sort of entry-level business models, but they don't really realize that somebody starting from scratch can't go out there and start purchasing real estate or commercial real estate, or can't afford to just open up their own business that costs hundreds of thousands of dollars per year in rent. They have to start with something that requires literally $0 up front, and the reason why dropshipping is the best is because it's infinitely scalable. So you can start with $0 and you can end up with multiple millions, really as far as you want to take it. Now, I want to be clear about who can do dropshipping. Literally anyone at any age with no special talent, no Einstein level IQ, no handout, or no fancy degrees. The everyday person, exactly like I was just a few years back, with $0 to my name, can start dropshipping and succeed with it. And really, it's for anyone who wants to achieve true location and financial freedom in their life. Basically meaning that with dropshipping, because you're working from your laptop and your phone, as long as you have a Wi-Fi signal, You are free to traverse around the world. You don't have to show up and take the orders of any boss or be in one city in particular. In fact, you can move to a beach in Thailand where the cost of living is far, far cheaper than somewhere like Canada or the US. And then when you make enough money, you can always move back to a big city in the US, though chances are you probably want to stay on the beach in Thailand anyway. But enough of all that, because you guys probably already know this. Anyone can do dropshipping. There's extremely successful dropshippers. You can make millions of dollars with it, and you can do so starting with $0. But you probably want to know, why do most people fail? You've heard from maybe a friend or somebody online, don't do dropshipping, it's dead, it's saturated, it's competitive, it's too difficult. So I'm gonna be breaking that down, because after working with hundreds of clients in the past couple of years, and after sharing resources and valuable information to tens of thousands of new dropshippers starting out, I've learned a lot of key insights into the differences between the people who fail and who actually go on to find real long-term success with this business model. So in conclusion, the majority of people who try dropshipping will fail and will give up. They will try a few products, maybe 2 to 4, and throw in the towel after not seeing any results or losing a couple $100 in ad spend. Now, you need a level of unhealthy obsession with the business, an unbreakable attitude, and a long-term vision if you want to succeed, if you want to be like the 1% and not give up after failing like everybody else. But the good news is that the bar is set so low for you, because like I just said, 99% of people have already clicked off this video that you're watching right now. 99% of people have already hung in the towel after their first product test, and they're never going to turn their head back to dropshipping. So there's only more and more opportunity in this market for you when you realize truly how easy it is to beat your competition and everybody that's competing against you to make this Wi-Fi money. And of course, there's more technical reasons why people fail and why people succeed. But what I've seen, like I said, over the past few years in working with literally thousands of beginner entrepreneurs, is that the people who have the mindset of it's not a matter of if they'll be successful, but it's a matter of when. The people who don't just say, yeah, I'm gonna give this dropshipping thing a shot and hopefully I'll become a millionaire, but the people who say, holy shit, I know this works. There are people making insane money with this. There's no reason why I can't do the same, and I will not stop until I get there. Those are the people that get set apart from everybody else, and those are the people that always find success. The reason why I can make this claim is because, well, one, I was one of those people, but countless other examples of people in my network now and friends are also those people. And the truth is, this doesn't just apply to dropshipping, but anything in life. I mean, can you really think about somebody in your life who was so obsessive over achieving something, whether that be financial success, whether that be starting a dropshipping store, whether that be becoming famous on social media? Can you really think of somebody who was obsessive over that one thing and just never gave up, that didn't eventually get what they wanted? Because I can't. I think if you just push hard enough on the universe and you don't stop, you don't give up, eventually the universe will throw its hands in the air and be like, all right, you know what, this Nathan kid, he just has unbelievable grit. We can't shake him. We can't bring him back to reality. We can't make him normal. Let's give him everything he wants and more. And literally, that's just how life works, right? Everybody has dreams, everybody has goals, everybody has visions, but very, very, very few people actually end up realizing those. And what I've learned is the people that do are the people who just never give up. And I know it's cliche, I know you've heard it a million times, but it honestly, from the bottom of my heart, is the biggest truth and the biggest lesson that I've learned, not only in my own journey, but with all of the people in my network as well. So this all goes into having the right mindset to succeed. Qualities, again, I see in people who make it are determined, are willing to put in the work, are not discouraged after things do not work out, stay consistent. And like I said, the one true way to fail is to give up. If you never give up, then you never fail. Therefore, it's only a matter of time before you see success. Now, sure, you know, not all of us are gonna go on to be Elon Musk or become the richest man on the planet, but success doesn't have to look like that. Success looks however we want to define it. And I don't know about you, but for me, it's having that time freedom, that financial freedom, and also location freedom, all of which I got from chasing my goals and my dreams of becoming an online entrepreneur and having success with it. Now, as much as I want to keep talking about mindset, we'll be drilling in the right mindset into you to succeed in a later module. So let's get straight into product research. So what does a winning product look like? What are the best product research methods right now? And what products should you be avoiding? Well, first and foremost, finding the right product is crucial to seeing long-term results with your store. You can test 100 products and have everything else perfect. Perfect ads, perfect creatives, perfect landing pages. But if those 100 products are just something that people don't want to buy, there's no need for it, there's no demand for it, well then of course you're gonna fail, right? So Everything with dropshipping starts with your product, and there are many types of products, so picking one comes down to a bunch of factors. First, we have selling to a passionate audience. So these are typically things like survival, food, pain, comfort, and protection of loved ones, right? When picking a product, ask yourself if it's in a passionate market where people have a burning desire and a burning need to purchase your product. Your customers need to be excited to purchase it because it should solve some sort of extremely painful problem for them. And every 7-figure product that I've seen solves a very, very painful product for a specific group of people, or a painful product for a much broader or larger group of people. Now in 2025, your product also needs a ton of potential to create lots of content with. Content is the future, content is king for any brand moving forward. And so you want to make sure that your product is exciting on camera. When picking your product, you should consider, how is this product going to be marketed? Are there so many ways that I can shoot it and make creative videos with it? Or is it very bland? Can it only be used in one particular use case or one instance? And typically you want to look at products that you can do a million different things with. For example, I'll just pick up what's on my desk right here, but it's a portable action camera, right? You could market this towards snowboarders, towards deep sea divers, towards YouTubers, towards Instagrammers. There's a million different angles that you could take in which you could promote a product like this. But something like a basic pencil, you'd really have to iterate it on it a lot to be able to find different creative ways to promote it. That being said, you could have a pencil that has invisible ink and you can make all these adjustments, but just a basic pencil, well, it can't really do much more for you than one function, which is write. Therefore, you're gonna have a very difficult time of creating amazing, beautiful, eye-catching creatives and content and ads with that product. Next, your product needs a high perceived value. So you want to avoid super cheap and super kind of dinky gadgets and little products that have no value, that people look at and they're like, oh, like that's like 50 cents from the dollar store. Why would I ever, pull out my credit card and buy this online and have to wait a couple days for it to arrive at my house? Like, no one's gonna do that, right? But if your product has a high perceived value and people are thinking, wow, I can't believe I'm getting this product for 50 bucks, in the back of their head, they're thinking it's worth at least $100 or $200. And a great example that comes to mind when I think of this is tech products, right? So on AliExpress and from these third-party suppliers, you have a lot of Bluetooth headphones. And because the dominant player in the market is Apple with their AirPods, everyone sort of associates Bluetooth headphones with being around $200. And so when you're coming and you're selling a pair of Bluetooth headphones for $50, even if you're only paying $10 for that product, in the back of people's mind, their price for that product is already anchored to the $200 that Apple is charging. So therefore, your product has extremely high perceived value and you're gonna be able to sell it a lot better than something like, well, a pencil. So here's a little list of products that you should avoid, especially when starting out. 1, like I just talked about, cheap looking products. 2, electronics, but not all electronics. I'm talking about very complicated products that will confuse people, right? This is generally something you want to steer clear on unless you don't have to deal with thousands of angry customers or you're expecting to build this into a much longer term brand, which we will talk about later. Clothing. So the clothing market is extremely saturated, extremely competitive. It's notoriously one of the most difficult markets to get involved into with e-commerce. That being said, if you are a creative and if you want to iterate on clothes and make something unique, you could start with it. Though for most people, they just want to get their first winning product. They want to have some success under their belt. They want to make a bit of money. So I'd not recommend clothing. Topical products or anything that you ingest, you put on your skin. This is a potential lawsuit, a liability, especially if you're not really checking the quality and the ingredients and everything that that product is made of. Because in early stages as a beginner in dropshipping, you don't have as much quality control over the product. So this is why I say generally stay away from products that people can actually be harmed by using. Again, that also includes supplements. Okay, so now you have a good idea of products you should steer clear of, and maybe you're starting to already think of some products that you want to take a look at. So what are the best product research methods for you to start with? I'm gonna say organic methods are the best. And the reason for this is because you don't have to spend any money. But not only that, with organic methods, you have proof that that ad, that creative, that video is going viral and is working very, very well without having to spend tens of thousands of dollars on it. You see, sometimes with paid advertising, it can become a game of who's gonna spend the most to acquire the customers. So if you see a product by, let's say Apple, like an Apple iPad, that you think, wow, this product is selling so well because all the videos have tons of engagement, tons of views. Well, that might not be the case. The case might be that Apple has infinite budget and they've just decided to spend crazy money on promoting their iPad. Versus with dropshipping, you're not in that position. You're trying to get a return on every single dollar you spent, so you want to make sure that the product is going to go viral without the need to spend thousands of dollars in marketing campaigns. And we'll talk a bit about the organic method in just a moment. Now, another great way is to find competitors who are running ads, and you want to be looking at dropshipping competitors. Again, when you're looking at big brands that have set budgets for marketing, it can be very difficult to know if they're actually turning a profit on their ad or if they're using it for awareness or some sort of other purpose. And they probably have a million different ways to capitalize on average order value and the lifetime value of their clients. So it's not the best thing to look at. But if you can look at direct competitors or people that you know who are dropshipping by using a paid software like nia, then you guys will be able to see what products people are selling and actually making money on today. Now, another great method is the Zendrop Trending Products tab. So inside of the Zendrop Trending Products tab, they're basically bringing to you a collection every single day of the top moving products from their factories. So this shows you exactly what other dropshippers are selling that are working very, very well for them in real time. Now, you also have Facebook Ad Library, where you can look at real-time data of ads that are performing well on Facebook, and that's another great method to go about product research. But with that being said, now I'm going to jump into some live product research so I can show you exactly how I do it myself, how my team comes up with products and adds them to a spreadsheet. We'll review some of those, and we'll go into some of the methods I just mentioned. All right, so let's do some product research. Now, the way that I'd recommend going about this is having a winning product sheet like this one. So this is our client's winning product sheet, and we actually work with a handful of select clients who are already scaling their dropshipping operations and actively looking to test new products. In fact, I'm partnered on a few stores right now with my clients that are doing 6 figures a month and beyond. So if any of you guys are interested and you already have experience with dropshipping and you do want to work with us, I'll have a link down below to apply to work with our team directly. And all you have to do is book a call in at that link and see if we're a good fit to work together. But basically, we have this client sheet that we update every single month, and our product research team actively adds new products to it. So how we have it here is we have the name of the product, the cost of goods, the price that we think we should sell it for, the estimated profit margin, the advertising link, competitor links, AliExpress link, and what platform it's marketed on, so Facebook or TikTok. Also some additional notes. So basically everything that you need to know to validate if this product is good and if you should give it a test. So start with a simple spreadsheet like this, and then my recommendation isn't to just use one product research method, but to use multiple. So I'm going to explain how I do it. And back when I first started, I was spending an hour and a half usually every single day sifting through products and building out spreadsheets of products that I could potentially test. Now, the first method is the TikTok made me buy it method. So this is where you go to TikTok, you type in hashtags like TikTok made me buy it, hashtag shop now, hashtag perfect gift, all these sorts of things, and then you can see tons of different products coming here. Now, usually the products will actually be attached to an account, which will show the product that they're selling and all the different ads that they're currently running and what's done well. As an example, the first one that's popped up here has 24 million views. POV, your girlfriend saw this bunny lamp and now she wants it. So a lighting product, these sort of lamps and products that people use in their room and to increase the aesthetic of their home always sells very well. And it's cute little shit like this that honestly goes crazy on TikTok, that goes super viral with organic marketing, and that you can eventually scale into paid ads as well. So a good practice to do when looking at products here is check out the amount of views. Obviously, if it has millions of views, it has that viral aspect, but then also check out the amount of shares, comments, saves. Make sure that people aren't just viewing it, but they're also actively interested in buying the product. You can see the comments. People are saying, I want it, 247 likes on that comment. That could be a lot of potential purchases right there. People saying, that's so cute. I'm no one's girlfriend, but I badly want this. So this is the perfect example of a product that seems to be performing very well, not only from a standpoint of going viral, but also from a standpoint of people wanting to purchase the product. Now, scrolling down here, here's another product with 2.6 million views. And it's basically talking about, do not let your boyfriend see this device, because when guys get a hold of this device, guess what's going to happen? And it's going to show that before and after. And the guy's forearms are now absolutely juiced. And the idea here is that the girl's getting jealous because other girls are going to be looking at how strong her man became by using this product, right? So very clever little marketing angle. There's tons of marketing angles you can think of when it comes to TikTok organic, but another example of a product done right. And we're talking a bit about high perceived value before. I think with this product, it has a very high perceived value because not only does it improve somebody's aesthetic, does it improve somebody's body, can they add muscle to themselves or to their frame, but it's also a tech product. You see, it shows you exactly how strong your grip is, and you can keep track of your progress and improve that, which immediately in people's mind, any kind of tech product instantly has a much higher perceived value. And part of this video shows those earlier versions of the grip strength trainers that you guys have probably seen going viral and selling and saying, hey, look, this one's so much better because of these features. And so this just serves as another amazing example of something you can do with pretty much any product. Like, let's say the original back posture corrector, you know, that big kind of harness thing that you wear. Well, now there's actually a new version out, which I saw the other day, and it's this tiny little thing you put in the middle of your back, and it vibrates every time your posture is going bad, right? And so it's these kind of innovations, iterations, and improvements on existing products that we know already sell really well that will take it to the next level. So anytime you see a product that's selling well, you can always think, what if I could do this to it? What if I could do that to it? And then you want to check out there and see if anybody's already made those enhancements and improvements. And if they haven't, and you have capital, maybe you could go on to build that brand yourself. But if they have, then chances are it's an even better product to sell, just like this one right here. Now here's another product that's going pretty viral, 30 million views. It's basically just some sort of cup holder that keeps your liquids cold, keeps them warm, whatever you want, and you can control the temperature and put this right in your car. So it's a very cool product. I think they've done a very good video in terms of marketing it. The hook is very interesting because who throws ice just in the middle of their car like that to keep their drinks cool? So it instantly kind of captures you and you say, hey, what the heck's going on here? And you say, whoa, this is crazy. And they're really showing you that before and after transformation. Now the next product here going pretty viral too, 500,000 views, tons of likes, comments, people in the comments saying, I need this. And it's the perfect comb for your pets. So again, a lot of these products that we're seeing going viral right now are similar to products that were big dropshipping products in earlier years, but they're new and improved versions that do something better. They have a new feature, right? And so I think with dropshipping, over time, you'll see that the best products are truly problem-solving products, but they never really go away. Think about it. People are always going to have bad posture. So you just have to figure out the next thing that you can sell them to improve their posture. And whether that means one minor tweak to what already sold well 2 years ago or a completely different product, either way, because it's targeting the same problem that so many people have, if you can make viral ad creatives and do a good job like all these ones right here, then there's no reason why you can't have success with that store. So let's say you like some of these products. The next step that you have to do is go over to their account. You can see how many followers they have, how many likes they have. You can even see their website right here and see all the different videos that they have going viral and get an estimate on how much they're actually selling. Now, if you go over to their website, this is where you can see the exact product. You can simply reverse image search some of these images on AliExpress and you'll be able to see if that product exists and if it's in the dropshipping market, which I can pretty much guarantee you about 95% of the products using this method will be available for you to sell as well. Now, another thing that I want to move into this is Google Trends. So Google Trends allows you to search up what is currently trending, what people are searching for, or what's hot right now. So for example, we just looked at a humidifier. Let's type in the word humidifier and see how the current search results are coming in for this product. So as you can see right now, humidifier is on a bit of a spike up, especially considering we're going into winter. So it's weird, but what it means is basically the market and more people are becoming aware of humidifiers and might potentially want to buy them for their house. So as you can see, when we search up humidifier, you can see it's kind of trending up a little bit, especially in the past few weeks, which makes sense because we're heading into winter. And if you look last year, you can see humidifiers started to really become in demand around November and December. So now would be the perfect time to start thinking about selling a product like the one we just reviewed on TikTok. And we validated that the demand is only going up for this product at this point in the year. Now, of course, you can take this a step further, and instead of just looking at particular products, you can even look at entire markets. So let's say you were selling a kitchen product. Let's type in kitchenware and see how that's performed over the past 5 years. So you can see every single year around the new year, I guess everybody's cooking, everybody's baking, everybody wants to host people over for Christmas. Tons of people are looking to upgrade their kitchen. They're looking to buy new kitchen equipment and to elevate their cooking skills. So again, another powerful, completely free tool that you guys can use to validate demand out there for both current products and markets that you're looking at tapping into. So now that you guys have a good idea on how to use the TikTok free method, let's talk a little bit about Facebook. I like to use the Facebook ad library, which again is 100% free. You just go on the internet, facebook.com/ads/library, and you'll find a page like this. They also have filters as well, so you can choose what platform people are currently running the ads to. I like to click Facebook and Instagram. You can even choose the language, set that to English if you wish. And then for media type, you can choose if you want to look at image ads, video ads, or whatever you're thinking of running. This is good for both competitor research in your market, but also for finding new products. Of course, you want to look at active ads, and you can even select the dates that they started getting impressions on. So let's just go ahead and apply those filters, and then we can put any keyword you want in the top search bar here. So for now, I just put shop now, so we can get product-based ads, and then at the top here, I've chose US as the country. As we scroll down, we can see there's some custom-made rings selling right now. We can see there's some jewelry. They have earrings, bracelets. I think this is even a book, which is kind of interesting if you are interested in going that route. There are tons of websites like the plrstore.com where you can actually purchase the license to books and ebooks and all these sorts of things that wouldn't have any sort of fulfillment costs, which is also known as digital dropshipping. So it's another great
great option for you to start out with. And if you can find something and market it well and don't have to pay for fulfillment, then that could potentially leave you with a lot more profit. As we can see here, there's some tote bags. There's even some larger, higher ticket items like sofas. Now with Facebook, you might get a lot of larger brands as opposed to TikTok. You know, you're used to dropshipping, but regardless, it's still a great method to use. In fact, this product looks pretty cool right here. It's some kind of pest control net. So if I was interested, I would click shop now. I would go to their website. I'd reverse image search on AliExpress. Kind of a very similar process that I already told you. I'd check how it's trending on Google Trends. I'd maybe even use another software like Shop Hunter to get real-time data into their sales. And then I would start doing competitor research in that market. And if I validated all of these things, and if I have a list of, let's say, 10 products in the spreadsheet, and I've decided that's the product I want to test first, then I'll begin with everything else. So now that you know about those methods, let me show you how to use some paid software. So there's a lot of ad spying tools out there, like Minea, like Drop I Spy. Now I'm going to use Minea as an example because I'm actually friends with the owners, which is pretty cool, and they hooked me up with this account. So as you can see, you can go to Facebook, you can go to Pinterest, you can go to TikTok. Let's go to TikTok, and they already have these filters set up for you, like Q4 winners of 2023, to show you what sold really well at this time last year. You can go to weekly winners, so what videos are currently performing the best right now. You can go to best of the month, seasonal cash machines, or just overall recent dropshipping products. And of course, on the left side, you can filter by likes, comments, plays, platforms, all sorts of different things. But right off the bat, you guys can see quite a few cool products. This is some sort of red light skin therapy device, which has been trending like crazy lately. And as you can see, this girl is just rubbing it on her face, and it's got pretty much 1 million views on this ad, which means that they've been running it for a little while, scaling it up, and they're probably seeing some good results with it. As we keep scrolling, we can see some very cool bath mats where you step on it and you can wash your feet. We can see some hunting rifles and hunting scopes. Funny enough, I actually sold this to the US market a couple years back, and we're doing very, very well with it. I see this kind of shower product that has all sorts of different cool features in it, which is sort of cool. And look at this cat bed. That's very interesting, very good for traveling, very good for people who maybe live in different homes and they want to take this around, but also just really cool, like a conversation starter. And I mean, it shows. It's got 12.3 million views. So if we go ahead and click on this, the cool thing about using these paid software tools that compile all the winning ads for you is it also takes you to find suppliers by just clicking on this button here. It takes you to see the shop, so the people who are currently selling it and who posted this ad on TikTok, and it even takes you to see the ad. So if we're to click any of these buttons, we can easily get much more information about the product and then go ahead and add it to our spreadsheet and decide if we want to sell it. Of course, they also have tons of other tools. So on Magic Search, you can do competitor research by simply entering a competitor's domain, and you can find all the shops selling that product. Just keep an eye on all your competition. You can go to Creative Finder, so you just upload an image and it'll automatically show you if there's anybody running that image or similar related content on Facebook, TikTok, and Pinterest. There's a few other features, but Success Radar is one of their new ones that I've been finding quite cool as well. And basically what they do here is they compile all the top products based on a list of their own metrics that they're judging it on. It's called the Minea score. So if we go over here, it says the Minea score is calculated based on product engagement and its saturation. It enables to spot trending but unsaturated products. The best products are between 70 to 85. So what it's basically saying here is, although this product's a 90 and it's moving the most, it means that it might be a little bit too saturated. Too many people are selling it. There's too many people taking advantage of it. And although yes, it's selling really well, and if you come in with the right creatives, you can totally make it work. What might be better is to scroll down into some that are in between the 60 or 75, like around here, which means that yes, it has a lot of demand. It's selling very well, but also it's relatively new. It's relatively unsaturated. There's not a whole lot of competition or dropshippers selling this product right now. And so these are some amazing products to be looking at selling right now. So that's pretty much it. That's how I find products. I use a combination of different tools and resources and house them all back inside my spreadsheets. But let's show you guys what I've found as of recently. So recently there's this red light therapy eye mask. And remember I was saying that red light is completely trending right now. There's all these biohackers and self-optimizers and looks maxers. And so products like this are going crazy. As you can see, there's a massive markup on it too. You know, we could sell this thing for around $200, make about $167 in gross profit per sale because it only costs $30, which means that we have a lot of money to potentially spend on paid ads to see a break-even cost per acquisition. So if we go over to the competitor link, we can get a good idea on how the competitors are selling it. And then if I go to AliExpress, I'll show you guys that roughly the product cost here is about $35 Canadian, which is under $30 USD. And as you can see, it's a red light therapy that removes wrinkles, eye bags, provides relief through vibration and massage, and it just looks very cool and futuristic. It has an extremely high perceived value as well because, you know, in most consumers' mind, a product like this, they would need to go and spend a couple $100s at a spa to use for a couple hours. But in this case, all they have to do is pay one payment up front, take this product home and use it every single day or as much as they possibly want. So it's definitely a big perceived value there. Again, another sort of tech or electronic product where it doesn't seem so easy to manufacture, so people instantly associate it with a lot more. And here's this brand called SolarWave. They've done a great job of making everything look clean and really branded. They called it the Radiant Renewal Eye Recovery Pro, and they're selling it for $285. They're using a supplier just like we do, and we'll go over that when we get into the supplier section, that can actually customize your own logo and packaging, which is why they have their name brand at the top of the product. But in reality, it's the exact same product that we were just looking at. It's just slightly customized using the right supplier. They've done a good job here of highlighting the key features and benefits. They have a simple drop-down menu that goes into everything somebody would need to know when purchasing a product like this. Now, I talk about simplicity a lot, but on a slightly more higher ticket or expensive product, what you need to do is you need to provide people with a bit more information, because people aren't usually buying a $300 product on impulse, and if they are, they're at least going to want to read a little bit more features and specifications of this product before they go ahead and drop their hard-earned money on it. And these guys have done an excellent job of keeping the website as frictionless, simple, and seamless as possible, yet still providing as much information so that the buyer can make an informed and educated decision. And the way that they did that is by not cluttering up the entire page, again, by using this drop-down feature and highlighting the most key things so that our eyes are drawn to that as opposed to all of the paragraphs underneath. And then as you can see, they have some award-winning skincare banner here. It's been shown in a couple of different articles. Down here, powerful treatment made easy, and it's showing all the different ways that you can use it, or the simple 3-step process. And then they even have a video on here, which again, an explainer video is great for products of this price point, or if you decide to sell it at $300, because people want to make a slightly more informed buying decision. Again, I really like the images they've used, the graphics, everything they've done with this website, and it really gives it that branded feel. Top it all off, they have other products on their site like face masks and skin wands, which are also very trending dropshipping products. And the reason why they've done this is to increase their average order value as much as possible. They know that somebody coming and buying this product might also be interested in these other products because they're very, very similar, but for different muscles or different parts of your face and body. And so what better way to increase the amount of money spent with every single customer that comes in from your ads than to add other related cross sells and similar products. Another really cool tab they have here is the before and afters. So especially with beauty products, before and afters sell really well, and you can see all these crazy testimonials of people using the product. And just these enhancements they've made to the landing page and the website alone, I would argue would drastically increase their conversion rate compared to somebody who just threw up a simple landing page in a simple store, because of the fact that it's more of a high tier product. If it's a super cheap $30 product, it doesn't even make sense to do all of this, especially in the beginning, because your conversion rate might even decrease. People don't want to feel overwhelmed. When they're buying a $30 product, they want to be caught on impulse. That's something to really keep in mind too, is the pricing of your product and how you're going to go ahead and build out your landing page and your website around that. Anyways, now that you guys know how I go through these products, I won't go through all of them on the sheet, but you know what I do for you guys? I'll have my product research team make a brand new spreadsheet, start loading it up with products every single month, just as we do with this one, and I'll give it to you for 100% free, which will also be down below in the description with all the resources. So go get your hands on that, smash a huge thumbs up for all the work I'm putting into this. And that's pretty much it for this tutorial, which only took me about 15 to 20 minutes, which means that that's a perfect amount of time that you can start building into your schedule every single day to set aside a little bit of time and do your product research. This is gonna make a big difference when you add this up over 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You're gonna have tons of products ready to go at your disposal inside of a sheet, and you'll also train your eye to get better and better at looking for the right kinds of products until the point where it's just second nature and your intuition is so good and you're able to hit winning product after winning product. Anyways, on to the next section. Now it's time to move on to website creation. So once you have your product figured out, you have an idea of the triggers that you're gonna hit on, the content that you're gonna create, the copywriting that you're gonna come up with, well, now it's time to pull everything together to build that Shopify site that's gonna be the transaction point between your customers and your supplier, to drive traffic to the place where you're actually gonna have people pull out their credit cards and purchase the product that you've listed up for them to buy. So we'll talk about why having a good website is important. I'll show you some examples and how to build a high converting website from scratch yourself. And don't worry, it's not as difficult as it seems. In 2025, all barriers to entry with website creation have been removed. You can set up a website in literally a matter of of 10 minutes. So number one, why having a good website is important. Well, it's 2025. You can't get away with having a crappy website. Customers today are smart and diligent. Why would somebody buy from a business that can't even portray themselves with a good presence online? Now, the benefits of having a trustworthy website, well, there are countless, but generally what you're after is a high conversion rate, which is basically just the percentage of people who bought relative to the percentage of people who just landed on your store. So if 100 people land on your store and one person bought, that's a 1% conversion rate. You want to improve that as much as possible. Generally, with any offer, with any product you're selling online, there's two ways to scale up and make more money. Of course, you have average order value increases, lifetime value, you have bundles, upsells, cross-sells, all this stuff we'll talk about later. But the main two ways to scale is number one, drive more traffic, get more customers with purchase intent in front of your offer and product. But number two, it's increase your conversion rate. So increase the amount of people who are actually purchasing as opposed to who are leaving your website. And even increasing your conversion rate by a tiny fraction of a percentage can make a huge difference in revenue for your company in the long run. And that's why the biggest companies in the world are still split testing. If you visit websites like Apple, you'll notice that their homepage is always being refined. They're always trying new images, new videos. They're always testing new things to see if they can slightly increase their conversion rates, which means a massive amount of revenue for them at their current scale. Now, having a trustworthy website will also give you the ability to charge more for your products, and it'll also give you more longevity when hoping to turn your dropshipping success into a longer term brand. So firstly, how to build a high converting website. Again, much like copywriting, keep things stupid simple. Most people read at a 3rd to 5th grade level. If the product can sell itself through images and creatives, which hopefully you've listened to me earlier in product research, and it can, and that means there's no need for large paragraphs that nobody wants to read and all this scrolling. What you want is a few key benefits highlighted with some amazing images that can tell 1,000 words just by looking at them, and that way you're going to have people wanting to buy your product in an instant and removing as much friction as possible in the buying process, which is critical. You want to condense the product page. Again, if people have to scroll so long to receive basic information, they won't buy it. Consider putting a small drop-down menu with the 3 most important things people need to know about your product before purchasing, instead of having it all the way at the bottom of your product page. And remember, if something takes 2 lines when it should only take 1, then it's not good copy. Your job here is to refine the product page, make it as simple and seamless as possible for somebody to take the desired action, which is simply to purchase your product. Now, when it comes to colors and variants, you should have a congruent color scheme across your store that sort of matches up with the product you're selling, the ads, and you want to give people that branded feel. So you can always use a color swatch app, which are for free on Google, or something like Glow Variant is a good one, to see exactly what color code you're using on your website, and then you can use that throughout the product page, throughout the website, throughout your ads, and so on and so forth. And another key here is to choose colors that work with the product. So if I was selling, let's say, some makeup or beauty related products, some colors that come to mind for me would be like beige, white, pink, baby pink, these kind of more feminine colors that go along with your target market and building that brand around the product that you're trying to sell. Same thing goes for aesthetics. So make sure the logo, the buttons, the footer, the announcement bars, colors are all congruent and fit together in a color scheme that makes sense with your product. Try to build a beautiful aesthetic for your website and for your overall brand that you know later down the line could be something recognizable for your brand, and that people will immediately start to associate that color scheme and those colors and those feelings with the product that you are selling and what you are providing for them. Now, with images, you want to make sure they're all the same size. Nobody wants to scroll through a landing page with a bunch of wonky, cluttered images that are all different sizes and giving you a headache to look at. So you want to use and test lifestyle images and also studio images. And what I mean by that is, again, let's say you're selling a camera. Well, let's get some shots of you using the camera in action. Let's also get some shots of the camera by itself in more of a studio photo style. And let's split test. Let's see how they perform on your product page as your product images, but also on your copywriting as well. Reviews. So make sure all reviews look legit. Reviews have become more and more important because nowadays, people can easily tell if there's 0 reviews, there's nothing going on. They're like, oh, it's probably some scam, it's probably a dropshipping site, and nobody buys from here, why should I buy? But if they see reviews, they think, wow, this is a real brand with a good presence, look how many happy customers. And the key here is to make the reviews so good, especially the top ones, that they know that it's coming from real people, even if it's not. So what I mean by this is have high quality pictures and actually have some text that talks about your experience with the product, with receiving the product, and so on and so forth. Pretty simple, but all of this stuff, you got to put yourself in the perspective of the buyer and be like, well, would I buy from somebody that's never been bought from before? Would I trust this vendor if they don't have any reviews? And now we'll go over some website examples. So here are just a couple I have on screen now: PupJet, Acemen, Magic Paws. Great websites that started off as dropshipping and then grew bigger and bigger. And they've done an excellent job of building the style around the product and really turning it into a brand. Now, before I get into some more examples, we first have to talk about the easiest way to get started. You can have your dropshipping site in 2025 ready to go in less than 10 minutes. And I know that sounds crazy, but over the past 2 years, my team and I have built an AI dropshipping software that'll build you a custom-made store in less than 10 minutes. In fact, you can choose what niche you want this product in, and we'll set all the color schemes, the themes, to an appropriate style for products in that niche. And then to take it a step further, our product research team has hand-selected products that we'll be adding to that store for you. So these are the best moving products right now that are gonna give you the best chance of having success as a new dropshipper. And all of this in less than 10 minutes for 100% free. I'm really laying everything on the line for you guys, telling you everything I know and providing all of my resources for 100% free. So make sure you guys click the link down below in the description, get your store, and smash that like button while you're at it, because I've truly poured my heart and soul and everything I have into this video and all these resources for you guys 100% free. Now, if you're wondering how I'm able to do this and how I'm able to spend tens of thousands of dollars creating this video, tens of thousands of dollars a month on building softwares and resources for you guys to use for free, it's because I'm an official commerce coach at Shopify, which means technically I'm an employee or I'm hired by Shopify to promote valuable content teaching people how to use their platform to incentivize long-term users. Now, Shopify pays me for this, which is a crazy win-win scenario because you guys get everything imaginable for free. Like, I wish I had an opportunity to take on all this stuff when I started out. I'd be 100 times further ahead now if I had that. So seriously, take advantage. It's no money out of your pocket. Shopify is paying me to provide all of this to you guys for free, and we'll get into how to use that in just a moment. Now, if you're wanting to do everything from scratch, you want to learn how to build the website from the ground up yourself from a blank theme, then also Shopify has given me a partner link where you can get the platform for just $1 a month. So that'll be down below in the description as well. And so go ahead and take advantage of that. So now it's time that I take you through exactly how to build your first website on Shopify. And like I said, my AI down below in the description will do all of this for you in less than 10 minutes. So let me show you exactly how it works and why you need to start this way. So once you've clicked on the link, all you have to do is go ahead and click Build My Free Store. What you want to do is put your information in, and ideally your best email or the email that you want your Shopify store to be on. All right, so the next step is going to take us through picking between 6 different niches. I'm just going to go ahead and click Home and Outdoors, and then you want to pick a color for your store. So I'm going to choose black. Then you want to go ahead and pick a banner. So this part doesn't really matter all that much because you're likely going to be changing these images out anyway. But I'm going to go ahead and click this one. And then the next step is really important because here's where we actually create the Shopify account so the AI can set everything up. What we're gonna do is click on this register on Shopify button below, just like so. It's gonna take us over to Shopify, and this is the custom landing page that we also have for you guys. We're gonna be getting unique deals like getting your first month for $1 and earning up to $10,000 in credits. I'm a certified commerce coach, and Shopify is always providing me with the best possible offers to give to you guys. So whether you wanna use the AI or go off completely on your own and start your own Shopify store from scratch without the help of the AI, regardless, you should use my Shopify link, which will be down below in the description, because it'll allow you to access good deals like this. With that being said, it does support me a lot because that's how I'm able to make my money and continually reinvest into creating valuable content and resources for you guys as well. But don't worry, Shopify pays me and it's nothing out of your pocket. If anything, you guys are just getting better and better deals. So go over here and then put in, once again, your best email that you want your Shopify account to be on, and go ahead and click Start Free Trial. Then Shopify is going to ask you some basic questions. To be honest, you can just skip all of this because you likely don't have some of it figured out just yet, as you're just starting with your first store. And then simply choose your location. So right now I'm in Canada. Go ahead and click Next. Now, obviously, I have a couple of accounts saved on this computer, but I'm going to go ahead and click Add Account. Click to sign up with the same email, continue, and then you're just going to see that it's currently building your store. And then boom, that's it. Your Shopify account is set up. So all you want to do is go back over to the AI store builder and then click on next, which will take you to activating your ZenDrop app inside of Shopify. And we'll talk a little bit more about why ZenDrop is the best way for you to get started with dropshipping in just a moment. But as you can see, it's going to prompt you with make sure you've activated your Shopify plan. Otherwise, Shopify will close the account. And don't forget, it's just $1 a month on Shopify. So all you have to do is head back over to your Shopify store, click select a plan. Just click on the basic one, which is only $38, but like I said, you're getting it for $1 per month anyway. You can select yearly billing if you want to save a little bit more money as well. If not, then just fill out your information here and simply subscribe to pay that $1. And boom, once you're done that, just go ahead and click I have activated it. And then we'll click activate ZenDrop. And again, this takes about 2 minutes. All you have to do is click on install. It'll install that ZenDrop app directly onto the Shopify store that you already just made. And just like that, you'll be taken to your ZenDrop homepage now. But let's go back to the AI store builder and click next. As you can see, your dream store is just minutes away. All we have to do is click go live and the AI will work its magic to build our store. I know I say you can build a store in less than 10 minutes, but this entire process just took me like 4 minutes. So it's pretty crazy how quickly the AI is able to set you up with a new dropshipping store branded from scratch. But of course, we do want to make a few adjustments to the store once it's set live as well. And I'll show you guys that in just a moment. All right, and that's it. Now all we have to do is click access Shopify and publish. It's going to take us right over to the settings on the Shopify store where we can uncheck a little ticky box and allow our website to be live. Right here, we simply remove this password and now our online store is open to everyone. So in theory, we could start driving traffic to this website right now. And if we have good products on there, we would probably start getting sales. Now, of course, theory is not reality because there are thousands of dropshippers out here competing. And if you just launched this up, you probably wouldn't see the same type of results as opposed to adding your own tweaks and improving the store in ways that I'm about to show you before you start running ads or before you go live. But first, for those of you guys who are completely new, I need to walk you through Shopify and how to use the platform. So over here on the left-hand side is all of the menu items, starting with home. This is going to be the home page, and they usually just have recommendations on ways that you can improve your site. I'm going to go ahead and X this because the AI has already done a lot of this work for us. And we'll have some basic analytics popping up here. The orders tab is where you're going to start to see all of your orders flowing in. You can also create draft orders or custom orders if somebody wants to order in bulk, shipping labels, and then abandoned checkouts is where you're going to have all the customer information that was checking out with your product and put their information in, but then left. Now, this information is super important because all of these people were so close to buying your product, but they didn't. And so what you can do is you can offer them special discounts to their email, to their phone number, and try to really incentivize them to come back and make that purchase with you. Now, the products tab is where you're going to have all of your products listed. And the AI actually went ahead and loaded us up with some of the top winning products right now on ZenDrop. Now, of course, if you guys don't want any of these products on your store, it's very easy to turn them off. You just click into the product and then turn it off so it's no longer visible on your website. Collections is where you can create specific collections of products. So if you have a general store and you want to sell pet products and you want to sell home goods, you might want to have them inside of one collection so people can scroll that collection. Inventory is later when you can start to keep track of your inventory orders, your purchase orders, transfers, and then gift cards. Gift cards is where you can add credit for your store and then sell these or give these out to customers or prospects. The customers tab is going to keep track of all your customer information, and then you can even further segment them out depending on particular actions they've taken, like email subscribers, customers who have purchased at least once, and so on and so forth, to make more powerful audiences to retarget, to hit with email flows, and so on and so forth to encourage them to come back and buy more. Content is where you're going to see all of the images, videos, media that you're adding to your website. It's all going to be stored in one place. Finance is basically just to ensure that Shopify Payments is activated, which means that you can actually accept payments on your store. Analytics is where you're going to see more enhanced reporting and reviews on exactly what's going on in your store. So for example, today we just opened the store, so obviously we have $0 in sales. Nobody's been online yet. We have no ads to carts and so on and so forth. But as we grow and as we continue to make sales, you'll start to see numbers populating all throughout the analytics tabs, the reporting tabs, and then maybe something you guys have seen on social media, which is the live view. It shows you the world and exactly where people are currently on your website, no matter their geographical location. It'll show you how many people are online on your store right now, how much sales you've done within a 24-hour period or for that day specifically, the top locations or the top countries that people are accessing your website from, customers, so people who've actually purchased, and then down here, customer behavior. So currently, if there's somebody who has a product in your cart, it'll show you that you have one active cart, which is pretty cool because you can watch them follow along the process all the way until they've purchased. This is where we can add different marketing channels like Pinterest and Snapchat ads and easily set up the app in the Pixel so that we can track and share all the data with these different marketing platforms. It'll also show you some of your campaigns and automations. And down here is discounts. If you want to create discount codes or coupons for maybe friends or family or special offers for your customers that didn't follow through with the purchase, this is the place to do it. And then most importantly, down here we have sales channels. So point of sale, we don't really have to worry about this because we're selling entirely online. So what we want to do is go to online store. Over here, we have a few different tabs. We have themes, blog posts, pages, navigations, and preferences. Blog posts isn't super necessary. Pages is simply where we add other pages to our website, like a contact us page or a track my order page. Now, as you can see, the AI store builder has already gone ahead and set up the contact page for us. And it's pretty much all we need in the beginning. Now, if we go over to themes, this is where we can add different themes. As you can see, ZenDrop already incorporates the theme when we activate the ZenDrop plan as well. So it's already coming with a pretty sweet theme that's been tested by thousands of dropshippers and has been proven to work. Down here, you'll find popular free themes that you could also switch to or give a try out if you want to refresh the website look. And then down in the navigation is where you can create your menus. So the main menu items at the top of your website, like home, shop, and contact, will be here. And then at the footer at the very bottom of your website, you can add different things to your menu like search. Now, inside of preferences, you have stuff like title and meta description, so how your website's going to show up on a Google search, social sharing images, Google Analytics, setting up your Facebook pixel, password protection if you want your store to only be accessed by specific people for a certain period of time, and then some spam protection stuff as well. And that's pretty much it. So now that you guys know the fundamentals and the ropes and how to use Shopify, here is where you can start to customize your store. Inside of online store and themes, this is the current store that's live. It's going to show you it right in this tab. And if you go ahead and click customize, it's going to take you to your website. Now, this is the homepage so far. So do you remember we clicked on home, goods, and decor? That's why the images kind of fit that branding, and the overall style and the colors that we chose, as well as the products, have already been imported and set up on our store directly. Now look, the AI store is crazy. The fact that you can set this up in 5 minutes is truly game changing, but it's not perfect. And it'll probably take quite a while to make it perfect. So right now you do have to invest a little bit of time once you get your store to get it to the next level and to get it ready for selling. Because a lot of the text that's currently on here is somewhat generic, like top quality product. We create and curate amazing products, best sellers. And while all of this kind of text and copywriting is great, it's going to immediately scream dropshipping and spammy to the customer. So you should go through first all of the copywriting, then all of the images, and then you could play around with customizing the colors on the theme itself to make this website really stand apart from everybody else's. But as you can see, everything to customize your site is on the left-hand side here. It's also super intuitive. You can just click on any element of the website and it'll immediately take you to the place to change that. For example, I just clicked on the main image, and then over here I can just click explore free images and immediately look at so many different images that I could swap out for that basic generic one that's already on there, and then go ahead and click save, and it'll save all of my progress. But really, where you guys should be spending your time on is the product page. So you should figure out what product that you want to sell and then spend most of your time there. It should take you no more than 15 or 20 minutes to clean up the homepage and to make the site look pretty and branded, and then it's time to start focusing on that product page. And at the top of your Shopify store builder, here's where you can easily filter through all the different pages, products, collections, so you can start customizing different aspects of your website. Super easy, super intuitive, and you guys should really play around with it, mix and match all sorts of different colors, and really make your website and your brand feel unique and feel your own. Now, fulfillment. So we talked about fulfillment when testing. We talked about 3 to 5 day shipping and 3PLs. All right, so if you guys already had a product in mind that you wanted to get onto your store, or you didn't like any of the products that we provided you with the AI store builder, now I'm going to show you exactly how to add a product to your store, how to make it stand out so it'll actually convert and sell. Most importantly, how to actually work with the right supplier and fulfill the orders. So first things first, I already touched on ZenDrop. ZenDrop will be your all-in-one supplier and everything you need to kick off your dropshipping career. If you go to the bottom of your Shopify store and you click on apps and then click on ZenDrop, it'll take you back to the ZenDrop dashboard that you were at before. And on this dashboard, you'll see everything that you need right in front of you. So under my products here, it'll show you all the products in your import list. And as you can see, ZenDrop's already recommending us some top products that within one click we could add to our store. The orders tab will show us all the orders. And then down here, we have a bunch of different tools like trending products. Inside of trending products, ZenDrop will show you all of the products currently selling the best. And it's kind of like getting insider information because they know what thousands of dropshippers around the world are selling, and they have back-end order data to see what's selling the best. So this is a literal cheat code for adding the right products to your store that you know will convert. And every single day, ZenDrop is constantly adding new products to this, making this not only one of the easiest ways to find winning products, but the easiest way to find the right product within one click, import it to your store, and start selling right away. If that's not enough, just go over to the Find Products tab at the top here, and you can also filter by ships from the US, ships from China, or ships from anywhere. Ships from the US is great if you're selling in the US directly or for TikTok shops. Now, some of the products might be a little bit more expensive because they're already housed in the US, some of them even manufactured in the US, but it's great that you have the option to filter. And then inside of categories as well, it's great to come down to the niche that you're already selling in, click on it, and then see if there's any other products that you want to add to your store. They even let you filter by the supplier itself. So ZenDrop has their own 3PL in the United States, which means they can get you 2 to 5 day shipping in the US if you're a high volume seller. They also have a select program for if you're getting at least 10 orders a day, you'll get custom quotes directly from a private agent at ZenDrop that'll help allow you to scale your dropshipping store even farther. And I'll show you how easy it is to add a product to your store. So let's say you like these diffuser scents that you can put around your house. All you have to do is click on that product. Down here, it actually integrates with another software called нуля, which I talked earlier about when we were talking about winning products. So you can easily go and find ads and competitors. But if you want to throw it straight on your store, all you have to do is click Add to My Products. And then if you go back over to your Shopify store under your products tab, that's where you'll see that product. All you have to do is click Add to My Products, and then if you go over here to My Products, you just click Review and Publish, and within one click, Publish to My Store here, all of this will already be on your Shopify store, ready to go live. And the craziest thing is, ZenDrop will work with you to sell practically any product you can find. I'll show you an example right now. If I went over to AliExpress and typed in red eyelight bag, you can see so many of these different trending products that I myself was actually thinking about selling recently. And then if I go over to ZenDrop, all I have to do is type in eye massager, and I can see countless different variations of these sorts of products. And it's going to tell me exactly how much it'll cost to fulfill it as well. Now, if for whatever reason you come across a product that you cannot find on ZenDrop, that's why they have 24/7 support, and they'll always help you for importing new products that they don't even have. But like I said, it's extremely rare because they have thousands and thousands of products already listed and ready to go. Now, when you do sign up with ZenDrop, they also have a very cool tool called ZenDrop AI. So if I go ahead and click on that and then click Authorize, it'll allow me to generate in a couple of seconds ad copy for any of the products on my website. In addition, they have this expert bot over here on the right-hand side, which is basically a chat GPT that's a wizard in e-commerce and knows the solution to practically any question that you might have in your dropshipping journey. They also have ZenDrop Academy, which is basically ongoing education and support as you continue to scale your dropshipping stores. And they've now recently launched Print on Demand, which allows you to take any kind of high quality blank, backpacks, pants, t-shirts, socks, you name it, and print your brand's logo directly onto that and then sell it on your website, all within a couple of clicks. It's pretty insane. Now, of course, ZenDrop fulfills all of your orders automatically. So as soon as your products start getting sales on Shopify, you don't have to worry about the product reaching the end consumer. They're already doing the work that they've been doing for years on the back end to quality control that product, triple check it, and then release it from their own warehouses in China directly to your customer with the fastest shipping and the best prices. Without you having to do anything, your store can start to effectively run on autopilot with the help of ZenDrop. Over here on the right-hand side at the very top, it's very easy under billing to set up your payments, and you can pay by credit card, by wire. You can top up your balance on ZenDrop and easily pay for the items that you've sent out. But like I said, they've also got 24/7 support and help centers if you want to contact them and get any assistance through any of these steps. And one of the coolest parts of this whole process is every single order, ZenDrop allows you to add a custom thank you card inside of the order, as well as a discount coupon code to incentivize that customer to come back and make another purchase. All of this they do 100% free while still managing to give you guys the best rates in the industry. And it's a no-brainer why they've been growing at an incredible rate and helping thousands of dropshippers around the world scale to hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars with their new stores. On top of all this, I've been a ZenDrop partner for some time now, and they've provided me with a special offer to give to you guys, much like TikTok did, much like Shopify did, but even better. They're giving you guys $200 in free order credits straight off off the rip so that you can get the ball rolling with your store for practically 100% free. I mean, you're paying $1 for Shopify, you're getting $200 free in orders sent out from Zendrop, you're getting free ad credits over at TikTok if you want to run paid ads, and you're building your entire website in less than 10 minutes for free using the AI. There has literally never been a better time to start Shopify dropshipping than now, and I'm laying out all of the resources and the exact step-by-step blueprint that you need to take action. So make sure you guys take full advantage of this offer. The links will be down below in the description, but most importantly, start signing up for that store builder and get the ball rolling, get some momentum under you, get that first store set up. It only takes 5 minutes, and from there, just continue to learn, continue to grow, and sooner or later, you'll have a successful store off the ground. Now, just in case you decided to build your own store from scratch without the help of the AI and you just use the Shopify link, then I want to show you how to get your private supplier by making sure that you install the Zendrop app on Shopify and get access to everything I just mentioned. So all you have to do for that is go down to the apps section and then go over to all recommended apps, which is basically going to take you to this Shopify app store. Click this Shopify app store at the bottom, and then at the top, you're just going to want to type in Zendrop. It's going to take you straight to their page. You're going to go ahead and click install and then hit open, and it's going to take you straight back to that dashboard that we were just at. All right, now it's time to move on to advertising and marketing. So first, we'll do a basic overview, then we'll cover which platform should you choose, Meta, TikTok, Snapchat, so on and so forth, why creative is king today, and so much more. So starting with the basic overview, we've got paid ads. So you've got Meta, which is Facebook and Instagram, and you've got TikTok. You also have Pinterest, Snapchat, Taboola, so many other different platforms for different social medias, but the big ones for dropshippers are Meta #1 and TikTok #2. Now, of course, as you build your brand, Google and Google shopping campaigns and potentially YouTube ads and all that stuff can come in later on because it's important to be omnipresent, and we'll touch on that later in this module. For right now, we want to talk about Meta and TikTok, and then maybe we'll talk a bit about Snapchat later as well. So paid ads are efficient in the long term. If you want to build a massive company, it can be very difficult to do so off of just pumping organic content. That being said, there are some affiliate strategies and influencer marketing strategies that take you there without spending a dime on paid traffic or more traditional media buying. But generally, the most effective, the fastest way to scale a long-term brand is with paid ads, and it's quick and easy to mass test products. So we'll get a little bit into that later. Now we've got organic marketing. So with organic marketing, you create content on platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels to go viral and sell your product. Organic marketing is the best for a beginner starting out with no money because it has an extremely low barrier to entry. Literally, all you need is your iPhone and hopefully the product in hand that you actually plan on selling. With most dropshipping products, you can order that product on Amazon with like 1-day shipping. However, if it's not on Amazon, the best thing to do is talk to your supplier, and I'll mention that later on, and they'll be able to ship the product out to you very, very quickly so that you can start recording. So maybe you have a little bit of money. So which platform should you choose first to start advertising your dropshipping store? Well, if you have more money and less time, so maybe you work a 9 to 5, that pays relatively well, you have some extra money that you're making on the side, and you really want to get into e-com, you want to replace your income, but you don't have much time. Well, I'd recommend going the paid ads route straight from the jump. If you don't have a lot of starting capital, so maybe you're young, maybe you're in high school, maybe you're in university, but you have a lot of spare time on your hands to really dive in and learn the art of making creatives, then go for organic. Not only will you learn so much in this process, but you won't have to spend any money, and all the sales that you are generating are going to have a much higher net margin because you don't have any ad costs associated with it. So I have friends who have sold products to upwards of 6 figures with just organic marketing, but the craziest thing is these friends have taken home more profit than some of my friends who have 7-figure stores with paid ads, and that's because your margins increase a lot when you're not spending any money on ads. So this friend, as an example, on 100K, I think he took home $65,000 or $70,000 just from that one dropshipping store in a very short period of time. So now you heard me mention already that creatives are king in 2025, but why are creatives king? So even in 2024 as well, the single most important factor that determines if your ads are going to perform well, both organic and both on paid, is how well you creatively showcase your product through the video. Now, you want to test as many video creatives and angles as possible to give each product the proper chance to see if it can be a winner and can be scaled up. It's all about attention these days. So if your ad can capture attention rather than being boring, it will be pushed out to more people. Platforms like Meta and TikTok want to keep people as long as they possibly can on their platform. They're in the attention economy. That's how these massive corporations make all of their money, by our eyeballs just feasting on their content 24/7 as they continually serve us up ads. And us advertisers, we're paying for Meta and Google and YouTube and TikTok to grow, but at the same time, we're taking a piece off the table and hopefully making some profit through our ads as well. But the goal is with these ads is to make them in such a way where the user actually ends up leaving the platform and puts money in our pocket as opposed to staying on and continually puts money in TikTok or Instagram's pocket. And there's a million ways to do that, but you want to craft the most compelling videos as possible that typically really tug on people's emotional or heartstrings. If somebody just sees a product and you're just shoving the features, the technicalities, and the specifications of what you're selling down their throats, they're probably not going to buy it. But if you're able to convey a story in such a short period of time and make people ride a little bit of an emotional roller coaster, a great way to do this is with beauty products, right? You see before and afters all the time. People are looking at the before body going, shit, you know, my stomach's getting a little big, I kind of look like this, and they're thinking, wow, if I take this one pill, if I do this one magic trick, I'll look like this. So it's really emotionally triggering them. It's taking them out of the dopamine sucking zombie mindset they're in scrolling and allowing them to click on that ad, and then they start to enter a new frame of mind, and hopefully with your landing page, you can capture that sale. But really the key here is, again, making sure you have a product that can be marketed in many different angles creatively and shoot as much content as possible with that product and make as many ads as possible. And that's why content is king moving forward. So now these days, who you target is determined not only by the ad setup that you do, but more or less with the creative that you actually produce. So a lot of people don't know this, but the algorithms on Facebook and on TikTok have become so complex and so advanced that running ads today is not like how it was 7 years ago, where you were hyper targeting all these specific details about the individual that you want to see your ad. But now the algorithm does it all for you, and it does it by matching up users' behaviors, interests, and preferences. In order for it to do that, it needs to be able to have a good picture of what you're selling based on your creative for it to then feed it to the right target audience to hopefully start getting sales right away. So again, your creative will determine your audience. And an example that I like to use all the time is if you use a hot girl in your video, people will watch for longer. It's the truth. We've split tested it many times, but it's a double-edged sword. You have to be careful, because if you have a product that has nothing to do with a hot girl, but the hot girl is there promoting the product, then what happens is Facebook or TikTok will serve up that ad to all the people that are most likely to watch that video and interact with it, but they might not be interested in the product at all. So now you're reaching a whole different audience, and yes, you're reaching more of those people, but you're not converting any sales. These are all important things to be thinking about when you're creating your creative. It has to drive purchase intent, but it also has to interest people and have those eyeballs watching your video for as long as possible. So let's get into a brief Meta and TikTok ads overview. So these days, like I said, media buying isn't complicated. As mentioned before, the majority of your efforts should simply be going into your ad creative or your creative process. The ad setup for Facebook is quite simple. You want to test your products and creatives using broad ad sets and scale using CBOs and increase budgets 20 to 30% as you scale. Now this is very good news for beginners, because basically what I'm saying here is all you need to do is set up a very simple CBO campaign, which basically means that it's allowing Facebook to allocate budget freely throughout your ad sets. Put a couple of ad sets in there with your creatives inside of your ad sets and leave everything else as broad as possible. This in 2025 is what's going to give you the best chance at reaching the target market and selling. And then when you do start to see results with this structure, all you have to do is increase the ad spend. You know, before we used to scale campaigns horizontally in so many different ways, and the ad structure was always a complete mess. But nowadays, everything is done very simply, and that's because of how advanced the algorithms have become. So that means you want to focus on what is most in your control. And what is most in your control? The creative. The one thing you want to do is ensure that you're providing these ad platforms with as many different chances for your video to go viral and make sales. And in order to do that, to keep playing that lottery, you have to keep putting creatives into the machine, which means keep shooting as many videos as possible as your product and loading them into your ads. Now with TikTok, generally you can scale much quicker and harder than you can on Facebook, and Facebook's going to be a bit more of a slower scaling process. However, TikTok tends to be much less consistent than Meta ads. Most people who run ads on Facebook end up doing so for many years. But with TikTok, I always see people launching a quick campaign to see if they can make a quick buck on a product and then shutting it down. That's not to say that TikTok ads can't work in the long term and consistently, they definitely can. Just generally from what I've seen across the board, Facebook is more stable and TikTok is more about virality. So because of that, low ticket products generally work better on TikTok ads, and also likely due to the age demographics as well. We have a very large percentage of young people on TikTok, which means less purchasing power, but possibly more purchase intent, which is why we can see low ticket products going viral on TikTok, and then some more mid ticket and high ticket products selling well over the long term on Facebook. That's not to say you shouldn't still test your low ticket products on Facebook, because a lot of the older demographics are still going to be purchasing products that are cheap. But again, general rules of thumb here. Now with your TikTok campaign setup, very similar to Facebook, you want to have entirely broad targeting, test with tons and tons of creatives. I'd argue that creatives are even more important on TikTok due to how terribly low people's attention spans are and how much they're craving that next interesting video. And then the method that I've been using for scaling is called surf scaling, which basically means periodically through the day, as you're seeing results coming in, you want to incrementally increase your ad spend or your budget in those campaigns to hopefully drive more sales during those hot periods of the day. And at the end of the day, you simply put the budget right back down to what it was at the beginning and repeat that process again the next day. So the typical structure that I'd have here is $100 CBO for launch with 5 ad sets, all 100% broad, while we test. All right, so I've blabbed on enough about what ad creatives actually work. It's time to show you some real life examples, and I'll even show you a product that we are currently running right now successfully and the ad creatives that we've made for it so far. So firstly, I have a good collection of ads for you. First one here is this pendant that holds early memories of, maybe a child, a loved one, something like that. And you can carry it on your keychain, you can carry it with you all that you want. It's portable and it has all of those amazing memories right through it. So I wanted to show you this ad first because of how simple and easy it is to make. I mean, this probably took them no longer than 10-15 minutes to shoot and edit by simply just ordering the product into their house. And right away, they're getting good views, good engagement, good likes, lots of good comments. People are even asking when's the delivery time on this, they want it, and so on and so forth. So an excellent example of how if you have a product that practically sells itself, then all you need to do is shoot that product for about 10 seconds. Just show it in the content, pop a little bit of text, the main benefit that it's going to provide for somebody's life after you've picked out the marketing angle for your target audience, and that's literally all it takes. Now I'll show you an amazing ad that I saw on Facebook recently, performing very well as well. And this one is in the beauty space. So it's a lip growth tool that plumps your lips, gives it that full effect that a lot of women are going after right now. And the very good thing about this ad is they've done it before and after in the hook right away. So instantly within a second, people who are insecure, people who are, worried about their appearance of their lips and their face are going to see this and see this drastic difference in 1 second. And they're going to be immediately hooked into the rest of the video to see what this product or what this solution is all about. So I'll just let it play now. That hook was amazing, and then it cut very quickly within a couple seconds to show all the different times and places that she's using it, and then the effect that she's getting, the end result. Remember, with all these ads, the goal here is to sell the desired outcome, sell the result. Don't sell the features. In this video, not once did this girl mention, oh, this product is made with X and Y ingredients, or even something as simple as, this product fits inside of your bag, this product fits inside of your purse, whatever. All she focused on was the desired result, the outcome that somebody would want. And you literally have to think about that when selling any product. You can't be thinking, I want to sell the product. You have to be thinking, I want to sell the outcome. Because at the end of the day, people don't care what they're buying. Think about it. I mean, I don't care either. If I'm buying, let's say, what am I buying lately? Let's say I'm buying resources, education, a course, or a mentorship, or something that's going to get me to the next level as an entrepreneur in business, right? I don't care about the model. I don't care about the features and the specifications. I want to know that my business investment on my education and my learning and my growth is going to give me a return, is going to make me money. So if the person on the other end who's presenting me the offer, who's selling me something, can present to me the desired outcome, the result of purchasing whatever it is that they have to offer, and maybe they have a strong guarantee in place as well to really seal the deal, well then I'm all in, because I'm going to spend my, let's say, $5,000 and hopefully receive a return much greater for many months or many years to come inside of my business and my own operations. Now, if I was buying something personal as well, let's say I came across something that's going to get me a shredded six-pack, right? I don't care about what the device is. To be honest, it could be anything. I don't care how it's used. I don't care about the features, specifications. At the end of the day, the only reason why I'm buying this thing is for the desired result. So if you can really convey that and strike an emotional chord with your audience in the ad, then you are miles miles ahead of the game and you're gonna be selling way better than everybody else. On to the next ad. I thought this one was just fantastic. It's a TikTok ad. It says, boys, why buy her flowers if she's already mine? And then it goes men, and then it, kind of shows the example of the man walking in with this one particular product. I'd imagine that this one video with 2 million views probably generated like over $30,000 or $40,000 in revenue. I know it sounds crazy, but the ad is just that good. So let me let it play. And it's so simple. And also this account is blowing up. They have other videos that are going viral. They're selling this product like crazy right now. But what's working so well, first of all, they're taking existing trends and mixing that into the hook. It's trending right now on social media for, women to be talking about boys versus men and, what men do in a relationship versus what a boy does and things like that. It's all over, the general masses For You page. That's what's getting millions and millions of views. So they've taken that narrative and they've found a way to sell their own product through that. And what they've done here is they've shown this guy walking in with the product. They're probably the ones selling it themselves, just filming this in their bedroom. And then it's showing just some very high quality close-up video of the product. And they can do that because this product sells itself. It's very eye-catching. It's very appealing just to look at. And with a hook like that, it's the perfect combination for a video to go viral. And they're running this on TikTok ads, and they're also posting it on organic and generating great results both with organic and paid traffic. So this is a real winner creative, a creative that you post organically that goes viral, and then you mix it up a little bit and throw it onto the paid ads platform, and you already see great results. That's how you know the concept hits, the idea hits, you're hitting the right target market, you have proof of concept, the product is amazing, and from here it should be smooth scaling with your store and with your brand until tons more competitors enter the market, and long term you're going to have to start raising those competitive barriers to entry. But as a beginner dropshipper, this is exactly what you're going for, and it's the perfect example that I could have shown you guys. And on to another Facebook ad that I found. I absolutely love this one. I think I'm a bit biased because I also face this sort of problem, and low-key, like, I'm almost compelled to buy this from watching this, and I'll watch it one more time so you guys can see what's going on. But the hook is saying blah blah blah, you got this annoying space in your bed, and it's basically really just targeting people who have a problem with this. It's showing the exact problem, and then it's showing the exact result. And the ad is that simple, but what they've done is they've changed the clip every 2 seconds to keep us engaged, keep us wondering what's going to happen next, what's the next thing they're throwing down that kind of crack in the bed. And again, another perfect example of a product that is such a great problem solver for most people. It's also definitely inexpensive, which is good. You want to look for a product that's cheap and relatively light and easy to ship as well. And I'd imagine these guys are making a killing. Now, another ad that I found, again, in the beauty space, you can't hear the audio right now, but basically it's like a TikTok video where this girl is saying this product is going so viral, they just restocked, of course she had to get some, and she's gonna see what it's like in the morning. So again, before and afters go crazy, especially on beauty related products, fitness, health related products, things that people have a lot of insecurities towards. And as you can see, she's kind of just rambling on about how she's about to go to bed with this, and then in the morning she takes off the mask and she's got this clear glass-like skin. And I even see like my own girlfriend in bed next to me watching these videos 24/7. So again, that goes to show you that these kinds of videos that you're seeing on your For You page are going completely viral and are also great to take over to paid ads platforms like Meta and like TikTok. And that's how this company is seeing such good results. They've likely went out and hired tons of UGC creators to make similar ads like this. All right, and so here's another Facebook ad that I found, which is experience effortless hair removal without the pain. And these products have been going around for a while. So again, just more iterations, more advancements, more adaptations to these kind of original IPL, like laser hair removal stuff, and they're releasing so many different products. But this ad has done an excellent job of conveying so much in such a short period of time that by the end of these 42 seconds, likely a consumer has all the information they need to know about buying this product and why they should continue with their purchase. Because first, it highlights somebody very, very shocked using it. Then it's showing them using it in different parts of their body. Then it's showing the actual science behind the product. Then it's showing more irritation, more problem solving, and then it's showing some amazing results, and then talking about how it's pain-free, clear skin, really selling all those key benefits. And it's no wonder why the ad's performing very well. They've been able to do so much with such a short period of time and still make it cohesive and still have every couple seconds keep you engaged and enticed into this product. So we reviewed a lot of beauty products on ads, and if you're starting to pick up what I'm putting down here, what I'm basically saying is one of the best niches to sell products in, and the best niches that gives you infinite angles to create content and creatives with, is the beauty niche, or better yet, even broader, the insecurity exploiting niche. So this includes men's products, this includes health products, this includes little things like tummy shapers or things that you wear underneath your body. It also includes products that you use on your face, right? You got to think, what are people's deepest insecurities and emotional triggers? And a lot of them revolve around how a person looks, especially for women. You know, for men, there's many other industries generally, like obtaining financial security and, you know, being able to build a family and all these things that are a really big priority, a really big insecurity and a big stress for a lot of males. But for women, and also for some males, of course, too, a huge insecurity is how they look. And there's so many amazing dropshipping products that focus on how people look and the before and after results you can get from using them. So probably one of the best, if not the number one niche to be looking at products, because of the fact that you can make so many ads that are going to go viral on organic and on paid, and that clear before and after is just an amazing hook and such a great transformative video that's going to convert over and over again. So my team and I have been using this exact same strategy with ads for the past couple of years, and although the ad that I'm going to show you right now doesn't necessarily exploit people's insecurity based on how they look, it follows a similar idea, and I'll show you guys what we've been running. So here is a folder of ad creatives that I've actually got my girlfriend to spearhead as the main UGC creator, and I'll open some of these ads so you guys can take a look at it. So basically, I know you probably can't hear the audio right now, but what she's doing here is she's explaining the problem, how she has this nice bag and she's always putting it on the floor, on the oily tables, on the dirty chairs. She's also worried about people stealing it. And then she's selling the solution with this simple bag hook that attaches to your bag and hangs itself on pretty much any table. And so it's a very raw, like UGC style video that can perform on TikTok as well as on Facebook. And we have so many other variants of this. And then we have some trendy ones as well, where we're using trending music. We're following existing trends, like what's in my bag, and sorts of different hooks like that, which then leads to this bag holder, of course, and then shows you, using that bag holder yet again. But at the end of the day, the main thing that we're focusing on here is that before and after. So showing that before having this product in your life, maybe you're going to be worried, anxious, stressed about people stealing your stuff, hijacking your bag, or your expensive bag getting dirty, being on the floor, getting oily on the table, and you want it in your sight at all times, right next to you, clean and safe, and that's why you're using this bag holder. And so really focusing on the same structure, even though it's a slightly different product, it's not necessarily tapping into the insecurities of how people look, we can still achieve similar results. So in 2025 and moving forward, it really is all about your creative. If you can just become good enough at every part of dropshipping, let's say building the website, let's say media buying, let's say copywriting, but you can focus all your skills and all your time on becoming a master of marketing, creatives, mixing and matching the right clips, creating the right hooks, and conveying that emotional appeal through every single video, then you can become one of the top dropshippers and go on to build a massive brand just through that skill set. I believe it's the most powerful skill set of having an eye for making the right creative that's going to perform. And now more than ever, because the algorithms are so advanced, they're doing all the heavy lifting for you. All that you need to do as a dropshipping brand owner is continually pump the right creatives in, and results should get better and better, which will allow you to scale tremendously over time. So that's it for reviewing some of the ad creatives. More resources will be down below in the description, and let's get on to the next component. All right, so now we're going to be diving into how to set up your campaigns or your advertising launch strategy. Now, of course, with paid advertising, there's a lot of stuff that comes later on when you're scaling. You can build out lookalike audiences. You can pull from the existing customer data that you already have, and you can even retarget customers that have already taken specific actions on your website. And all of this is great, but in the beginning, when you're launching a product, you don't have access to this. And so I need to show you the best and most cost-effective way to launch a new advertising campaign from scratch. Now, the good news here is that it's 2025. And unlike when I started back in 2018, 2019, the ad algorithms have came such a long way. And to be honest with you guys, I have a partnership with TikTok and Snapchat, which means I can give you guys exclusive deals to start running ads, which we'll talk about. But first and foremost, I want to talk about Facebook. I don't have no partnership with Facebook or Meta, so unfortunately I can't give you free ad credits here. But the reason why I want to show you guys Facebook is because Meta, Facebook, whatever you want to call them, they pretty much pioneered this shit. I mean, TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, all the other ad platforms, they've really just copy pasted everything that Meta Meta's done. And so if you can really understand how to run ads on Meta, you'll be good to go on pretty much any other platform. Also, Facebook or Meta's advertising algorithm is by far the most advanced. I've seen the most consistent results on my stores year over year from using Facebook, and so have many of my friends. That's not to say that TikTok, Snapchat, and Pinterest can't be successful and can't do very, very well for your brand, especially when it comes to initial test and scaling. But it's just to say that I've been the most successful and I've been the most consistent on Facebook. And if I can show you guys this, it'll give you enough skills to carry out your advertising on multiple platforms. So first and foremost, all you have to do is have a Facebook account, which I'm pretty sure everybody on the planet has one. And then you just type in on Google Ads Manager Facebook, and within a few steps, you'll easily have set up your first ad account and business manager, which will look something like this. Now, this is basically a fresh ad account. The reason why you see some campaigns here is because, look, we're in Q4, so not only are my team and I already running brands and scaling them up, but we're always using fresh ad accounts to test new products. So some of these right here are products we've been testing over the past couple days, including this one that we're currently testing today. So I'm gonna just use this to show you guys exactly what we do for launch strategy. And as you can see, the proof is in the pudding. We are currently running it. So this is exactly what we do. So basically, all you have to do to set up a campaign just like this is hit the green button here that says create. Then you want to go to sales and you want to click continue. From there, you have an option. You can use the Advantage Plus shopping campaign, which will maximize your performance according to Facebook with the simplified setup, which honestly isn't bad, and I do like testing with it, but for the most part, our tests are all done with a manual setup. I then go ahead and click continue, and don't worry, the manual setup is still super simple as well. And then let's just name this new campaign Test 1. And that's pretty much it. As you can see, the campaign objective is already set to sales. Leave the buying type as auction as it is. And that's really all you have to do at this point in time. Then you'll see it automatically creates you your first ad set. So we'll call this Test Ad Set 1. And inside of this ad set, you want to make sure it's on website, drive sales and conversions to your website. And then all you have to do is connect your Facebook pixel. If you don't have one already, it's super simple. You just click create new pixel. And on your Shopify store, you install it under the marketing channels in Facebook, which you guys have already seen when I was showing you around the store. So it's super, super simple. And for now, you don't have to mess with any of this, but except for daily budget. I like to do about $100 USD for a testing budget if I'm launching a new campaign on a fresh product, and you want to set it for midnight so that it gives your ads a full 24 hours to run properly. Never want to start them in the middle of the day because you want to allow the Facebook algorithm to serve it up at the right times to the right customers. Now here's where things get interesting in the locations. So I typically do 2 different test campaigns to start on every product. One of them I test e-packet countries, which is basically just worldwide with some exclusions, which I'll show you in the campaign that we've already set up. And then the next campaign, I like to test the top 5. So USA, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and the UK, because these countries are generally what make up 90% of the sales from e-commerce products anyway. So I like to have 2 separate campaigns going. And the reason for this is because in this day and age, advertising in the US and some of these top countries specifically has become extremely expensive. There are massive corporations and thousands of dropshippers fighting for those ad placements, and so the CPMs are raising higher and higher. Now Q4 is the perfect opportunity to also take advantage of other countries where the ad costs isn't as high. So that's why I like to run 2 campaigns at once, usually $100 each campaign, and that'll give me all the data that I need to know after just 1 or 2 days to know if this product is going to be a hit or not. And then just below the ad set, here's where you set up the ad. So all you have to do is connect your Facebook page, which you can make in just a few seconds on Facebook. And then down here under manual upload, all you'll have to do is click add media, and you can start uploading your ads from wherever they are saved on your computer. Then you just have to input the link and some key headlines and descriptions about your product. And that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna show you a live example of how we've actually done this to give you guys a bit more detail. So inside of this current campaign that we're running, I've basically duplicated this ad set 10 times. And in every single ad set, I have a different ad. So the key here is to test as many ads out as possible when testing products. And we were able to come up with so many ads because for this product in particular, there was so much content of it already online. So as you can see, we made a quick Facebook page, connected it here, went to manual upload, single image or video, and then inserted our ad. Then as you can see here, I've been using text generation AI lately, which basically allows the Facebook algorithm to serve up what they feel is best for that individual customer. And we've we've given them a bunch of different text variations. Get your inland ridge today, effortless car cleaning anywhere, 4-in-1 car vacuum, and just given sort of different key headlines, taglines, or benefit-driven text about the product, and then some kind of description like 10,000 plus happy customers. Always make sure your call to action is shop now for products, and then make sure your website URL and your destination URL takes them to the landing page of that product. Besides that, guys, it's literally that easy to set up ads. Everything is pretty much already done for you in today's day and age. And as you can see, we've just duplicated this 10 times and used one different ad inside of each ad set. That's the current strategy that we're using pretty much every single product test. Sometimes it varies a little bit if the product is very, very niche down, or for whatever reason we don't test USA and Canada and we just test the e-packet countries. But as you can see, this is pretty much the worldwide campaign with some exclusions. In our free course down below in the description, when you guys sign in, you'll have access to all these resources, such as the list that show you exactly which countries to target. So make sure you take full advantage of that after this video. But this is just to show you guys the general ad setup and how easy it really is to start running ads. Now, once you have your ad campaign all set up, all launched, as you can see, these ones are actively testing today. I'm gonna show you guys how to read the data and how to understand what you're actually looking at. So first thing that you wanna do is set up your own columns. I've customized mine and called it ecom, but all you have to do here is click create new preset, and it'll take you to this section where you can go ahead and select each metric that you wanna look at. I'm just gonna show you all the metrics that I currently have selected and why I look at them and why I think that they're important. So starting with the first tab here, we have results, which is obviously just showing us what we're looking for. We're looking for purchases. So as we can see, this one ad set with the one ad already has 2 purchases today, and we've only launched this campaign at $50, which means that this ad set is getting a $15 cost per result, which is pretty good so far. The reach and frequency just shows you, well, the average number of times each account center saw your ad, and the reach will show you basically how many people your ad is reaching. Then we have amount spent, so you can keep track of how much money you're spending on each individual ad set. And then we have CPM, or cost per mil. So this is basically how much we're paying Facebook to put our ad in front of 1,000 eyeballs. And so as you can see, it's pretty good on this campaign across the board. We're seeing about $5 to $10 CPMs. Now, of course, this heavily depends on your product, and your CPM is influenced by a bunch of different factors that are always fluctuating. So it's extremely hard to pinpoint this and to try to work on this. But the best way that you can do so is to always feed your test with new creatives. Give the ad platform as many creatives as possible and see if those CPMs drop, and you can start getting cheaper traffic. Now, the next things I like to look at are link clicks, which is basically how many clicks that ad has driven towards your website, and then cost per click as well. So on average, how much are you paying for each click? And as you can see, I like to look at anything under $1 as generally pretty good on Facebook for most product tests these days. So this product test is doing pretty well so far. Then we have CTR. And again, what I'm looking for as a good benchmark here is anywhere from 2% up. Well, if you're looking at 2.5 or 3% or higher, that's a pretty solid indication that the ad you've made is relatively engaging and people are clicking on that. A 3% CTR basically just means that out of every 100 people that saw your ad, 3% of the people got more interested and decided to click on it or take some sort of action. So most of the ad sets have a pretty good result for CTR here, which is leading to an overall pretty cheap cost per click. Again, anything under $1 for cost per click is pretty good, and these metrics I like to look at sort of all together. Now, the next metrics, of course, that we have to look at are your add to carts, your checkouts, and then finally your purchase and your purchase ROAS. Your purchase ROAS, which basically just means return on ad spend, calculates for every $1 you spend in ads, how much money are you making back? And on this ad set here, we can see, because we already got 2 sales, we're getting $5.63 for every $1 we put in, which so far is a pretty good indication that this has a great chance of becoming profitable, and we can continue to scale this up. The overall unique CTR on this ad set is really good as well. A lot of video plays at 100%, which is another good metric to look at. But overall, if you just stick to the metrics I mentioned, you'll have a good idea of how your ads are performing. Now, when you start to see more data coming in, your add to carts will pick up, your checkouts, and hopefully your purchases as well. What I usually like to look for as a good benchmark or ratio is roughly 5 to 10% of